Hi there, my name is Christian Acosta, Master Gardener Volunteer Coordinator from Cornell Cooperative Extension, Allegheny County. And today I want to talk to you about this wonderful program called the Master Gardener Volunteer Program. So what is this about? How you can join to the program and everything. So let's talk a little bit more about this program. So what is the Master Gardener Volunteer Program, or MGV? The Master Gardener Volunteer, or MGV, program is a nationwide initiative of trained volunteers who partnered with Cornell Cooperative Extension, in this case Allegheny County, to expand garden-based educational outreach. The program equips home and community gardens with research-based knowledge and practical skills to support sustainable and thriving gardens and landscapes. In Allegheny County, Master Gardeners contribute in a variety of meaningful ways. They provide research-based and experience-based information to help the community with their gardening challenges, from seeds to harvest. So they also provide hands-on education at community events, share expertise at outreach tables, workshops, clinics, and many more events, and offer personalized support through the gardening helpline. So together, these efforts help strengthen connections between people, plants, and the environment. And here we can see the Master Gardener volunteer mission statement, which is: we prepare volunteers to be peer educators who build relationships with community audiences to integrate local experience and research-based knowledge in planning for and initiating steps to manage gardens, lawns, and landscapes with an emphasis on food security and environmental stewardship. So in general, what does it mean is just we work in pro of the community. So helping the community to grow their own gardens with all the challenges that these come, because it's not that easy, like just planting some seeds in the ground and just waiting for the food to grow. If you're a gardener or you have experienced any of these, that you're trying to plant a tomato or planting anything, even just flowers, ornamentals, a tree, and then at some point it's not doing well. There are some pests or diseases. It's changing colors, or the plant just suddenly dies, and it's like, oh, now what's happening? Like, now is when we need the master gardeners or someone who help us with the challenges, the problems that we can face, because it's not that easy. And when we are working with something alive, in this case, plants, there are many other factors that can influence in a positive or negative way to our plants. So in that case, that's when we need to learn a little bit more. And people, they start calling you, future master gardeners, for help. Like, help me, this is happening to my plants. So everything, all this effort based on the community needs, always focusing on food security and environmental stewardship. So what are we going to learn in this Master Gardener volunteer program? So here, when you register and after you are accepted to the program, you're going to start with Module 1, that is the fundamentals, so plant biology, where to plant your seeds, your plants, and the beneficial insects, basic plant pathology. The module number 2 is about food gardening. So everything about vegetable gardening, fruit gardening, nutrition, food safety, and food security. Module number 3 is about ornamental plants. So not food gardening, just ornamental. And the ecosystem services. So woody plants, herbaceous plants, lawn care and ecosystems. Module number 4 is about problem solving. So this is mostly what you're going to be talking to the community and reading a lot and learning a lot. And it's about problem solving, mostly pest, diseases, environmental factors that can make the plant not growing that happy, that fast, or causing any problem, any challenge with crops, with plants in general. So integrated pest management, pesticide use and reading labels, pest of foods, food crops and ornamental plants, and pest in home and garden, in the home and garden. Also, the next one, we have, oh, sorry. Okay, module number 5, we have management strategies, organic waste management, that is composting. soil amendments and fertilizers, invasive species, and garden for gardeners and gardening in a warming world. In module number 6, we have starting and sustaining learning gardens. So we have some group gardens in your state seed super network, and youth development and school gardens. And the last module, that is number 7, is about an action project presentations. So you're going to have your first presentation as a master gardener. That's at the end of the program. And just some orientation to local program areas from Cornell Cooperative Extension and our network. So that's just giving you an introduction. Of course, there is way more for each individual module. So the qualifications, what do you need to be a master gardener? So it's not a lot of requirements or qualifications. It's mostly these ones that you can see here. So number 1, basic knowledge and interest in gardening. You don't need to be an expert about gardening. If you just want to learn and become a master gardener, even when you have little experience or no experience at all as a gardener, you can learn and you can start and become a master gardener. So that's the idea of this program. You're going to have the classes and you're going to learn about gardening. And then you can share that with the community and you're then become a volunteer and share that experience, that information, that education that you get with the community. So just basic knowledge or that interest to become a master gardener and be passionate about gardening. Second, good communication skills. So you don't need to be a presenter, be someone talking in front of a lot of people. You don't need that training. When we mention good communication skills, it's just about respect, that you can communicate with someone in front of you, someone who is asking you anything. Just an example, I have this jumping worm in my garden. So I think that it was planted there by, I don't know, some aliens or something like that. This sounds like crazy, but I got that question at some point, and it's not just looking at the person and just like, what are you talking about, or just being rude to the person, being rude to the other one, the other people around you. It's just being respectful, having that communication that even if you don't agree with someone about the same topic, you still keep your respect, your attitude is always respectful, and that is something that we look for. And just having that um, emotional intelligence, that's the best word to describe, to talk to people, just not being too shy or sharing too much or being rude or swearing or cursing or anything like that. Just professional, respectful talking to the people. That's good communication. Number 3 is about having the attitude to share what you learn. So if you're learning, for example, a tip to control aphids, so you are learning about how to control aphids in tomato plants, and you learn that using this product that is natural, organic, is going to help people instead of spending a lot of money in pesticides. You want to share that, and you can share easily that with the community if someone is asking you, and not just learning and being quiet or like, oh no, I cannot tell you. I know how to do it, but I cannot tell you. No, that attitude is not is something that we don't want from a master gardener. So he's having that attitude about being passionate about gardening, this horticultural gardening knowledge, and you can share that and teach to others, helping the community. And number 4, the ability to build relationships with Allegheny County communities, so that if we want to share um, one event with 4-H, the 4-H department, or with any other group like Seed to Supper program or any other group, because we don't have only Master Gardener volunteer program, we have more programs in Cornell Cooperative Extension, so that you can work easily with other people around and not just focusing in only one group. So that's something nice actually about this program, and is that you're not always doing the same task, very repetitive and always the same, boring. No, it's always something different, and you get to to decide, okay, I, as a master gardener, I also want to run a workshop about mushrooms, about growing shiitake mushrooms. So, okay, we can plan and make that possible and invite the community and do something like that. And then next month we can do something about composting, or that's an example. So we are always doing something different, which is very nice. The last two qualifications for trainees, for new master gardeners, is the representation of underserved communities, so rural and urban. So if we want to work with special underserved communities, we can do that so that you can feel comfortable doing that. We always are learning and trying something new, sometimes out of our comfort zone. And we enjoy that process, and that's why the group and community, we help one each other uh, to be encouraged and have that support. So that's something that you're not going to be alone on your own and just, okay, bye bye, good luck with your program. And you're always going to be with the group, with the community, that we are always together to help. So last but not least, the interest in supporting the Master Gardener Volunteer Program, the goals of the program of food security and environmental stewardship. So you keep learning, you keep trying in your own garden, research, reading, learning, because we have this program for 12 weeks, but that's not enough for everything that you will face and learn being a master gardener. So after years and years and years, we're still learning um, a lot about gardening, about um, environmental science, about different topics, composting, soil, pest and diseases, weeds, etc. So we're always learning, and that's the attitude, just to keep that commitment with the group, with the community, to be working together and just having that energy to work together with the group and with the community. So that's it. As you can see, it's not a lot of requirements, or like you don't need like a degree or something like that before. No, it's more about the attitude that you bring to the cooperative extension office. Now, requirements for the master gardeners is, okay, when you enroll in the program, you have 60 hours of core training. So that's what we call when we take the classes, and you're going to be learning over a 3-month period. So 60 hours, so 12 weeks total. And after the successful completion of the 12 weeks, you as a participant, you commit to 50 hours of volunteer service in the first year and 30 hours of volunteer service in each subsequent year. That sounds like, oh, that can be like a lot, but that actually goes very fast. Usually, master gardeners, they do way more than that. Also, master gardener volunteers must complete 10 hours of continuing horticultural education each year, and this is just a requirement about that I mentioned before. We don't have only 12 weeks and okay, that's it. No, we keep learning. So during the meetings, during our events, we keep learning, we keep training ourselves um, to complete those 10 hours of horticultural education that you can take on your own, at your own pace, your own time, and together with the meetings, the workshops, the events, the clinics, everything that we are running every month. So this is very nice. It's not, you can see that it's not a lot of requirements, or it's not that hard to achieve. And it's usually enjoyable. It's a process that you enjoy. If you really like this, if you really are committed to gardening and to be working with the communities and with the local group of master gardeners, the friendship that we develop is not only like, okay, I'm the coordinator and you're the master gardeners, and just like each one on your own. No, it's usually more friendly. It's a nice environment for the group. So that's something that you're gonna see and you're gonna enjoy with our program. So how to start this process? So you can keep learning about the Master Gardener Volunteer Program in our website. So you can go to allegheny.cce.cornell.edu/gardening, and you can see their register for the Master Gardener Volunteer Program 2025-2026. And then you can see this video and you can see the registration form. It says register here. You click there, and then you have the registration form. And then you fill out that, take your time, probably 20, 30 minutes filling out this form, probably a little bit more. It's just simple questions about you, why you want to participate in the program, and just basic information, nothing really challenging. And then after that, you submit that information. We start evaluating or checking that information at the end of the registration period. So the registration period is September 2nd to October 10th. After October 10th is when you're going to have an email or a call from us saying, yes, congratulations, you're accepted to the program. Yeah, you can continue the next steps, the enrollment process, and then we're going to start the training. This program starts on December and goes December, January, February, and even March. In general, if you see the schedule is for 3 months, just 3 months, but because of the holidays, New Year, etc., so that's why. Also, we are pretty flexible. So now about questions that you may have. Is well, first important dates, as I mentioned, registration September 2nd to October 10th, the enrollment process October 15th to November 7th. That's when you hear from us. And then the Master Gardener training. So I was mentioning that already, that we do not take classes during the holidays. And that's why the schedule is to be confirmed, because you are going to vote what days are better for you. If you want to go for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Fridays, or it doesn't matter. Or if you want mostly mornings or afternoons, if you want that hybrid in person, or, well, ideally we have the hybrid, so it's more flexible for you to take classes online and also in person. So that's it. About the fees. So, well, this is the end of the presentation. You can always contact me. This is my email and phone number, so you can contact and ask about anything about the program. About fees, something that I didn't mention. So every year is different and for each individual county, there are different fees. So for Allegheny County 2025-2026, the fee is $300. And after 1 year of being Master Gardener volunteer, you get reimbursed $100. So your final cost for the training, it will be only $200, if that makes sense. And we have scholarships available. So if you really want to become a Master Gardener volunteer, you have that energy and you really want to go for it, you have the time, you have everything, the qualifications that I mentioned before, that attitude, that passion for gardening and to work with the community, you really want to make this possible for you. You want to start this journey being a Master Gardener, but you cannot afford, like really cannot afford to pay the fee. So in that case, contact me. We have few scholarships available. So in that case, we can try for you to get one of these scholarships if possible. And that's it. So you can contact me anytime, send me an email, and I will be happy to answer to you as soon as possible. So that's it for now. Any questions that you have, again, send me an email or give me a call, and I will be happy to help. So I hope to see you during the Master Gardener Volunteer program, the training 2025-2026, and for you to become a new Master Gardener volunteer for Cornell Cooperative Extension, Allegheny County. So that's it for today, for now, and I will see you soon. So have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.